What's
Josh
going
was
on,
like,
everyone?
he tried to trick me into pressing a button that he had already pressed in order to be able to be first. But I'm smarter than him.
He knew it. He heard me.
Knew he was going to do
He
something.
heard me
stupid.
aggressively click.
Livestream Takeover episode 226.
226.
We're getting close to 227.
I know. It's going to be here any day. 7 days.
Like 7 days from now.
Which I don't. Will I be here next week?
Oh dear. What's? Oh no. Why wouldn't you be? What's going on?
Axial Fest.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah, I know, but that's setup day for vendors.
What are you, a vendor? You gonna set up your drift RC, your drift car tent?
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna show up there. Hey, the truckload of trucks of freedom.
Oh, at Axial Fest.
Hi guys.
You can't drive it here, but you can buy it. Yeah. Josh is setting up like a peasant. Don't you have people for that?
I mean, I will be able to send the items up early, possibly, but
I would like to complain about Trucks of Freedom, actually.
That yours isn't there yet, or what?
Yes, correct. Where is it?
Not my problem.
You know what it is? It's because we have Hurricane Beryl rolling through today. And it was raining quite heavily this morning, and those FedEx men didn't want to get wet.
Interesting.
The UPS man, no problem. He was bleeding profusely when he showed up. He was like, gotta get to the hospital. Then here's you go.
No rain, nor sleet, nor snow. How's that saying? No
rain, sleet, snow.
That's the male, but still, I don't know.
So quickly before we get into RC radio controlled talk.
Yeah. We're gonna start that
here in Ontario. Today's the first day.
Today's the day. We're gonna finally talk about RCs. No.
We're just talking about RC stuff today. Very quickly, the way you can buy alcohol and beer in Ontario is different from where you live, where I presume you can just
CBCO or CBL.
The LCB, Liquor Control Board of Ontario,
LCBO.
And the beer store,
formerly
known as Brewers Retail. The beer store is owned by a beer making conglomerate. So they price fixing, and it's all a big scam. Big beer. Yeah. The LCBO, however, is a crown corporation. So it's owned by the government, and they have government employees who are unionized. Well, they've never, ever gone on strike in the entire history of the time that this has existed. And it's been 60 years. Probably.
Okay.
And they decided to go on strike, and they didn't tell anybody. And they was like, we're going on strike tomorrow. And I was like, holy geez, where am I going to get my vodka-based White Claws? Rebecca was livid.
Oh my God.
They're like, don't worry, you can still order online, and it'll still be delivered to you.
You can order liquor online.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anywho, it's all in an effort to sort of, because the guy who runs our province, our premier, not going to get too political, but he wants to privatize it for some reason, so you could buy alcohol
at a store,
in a convenience store,
liquor-based store,
or corner store, one of those places. And he thinks that it's going to get the prices of everything to be cheaper, which in the history of anything ever being privatized from a government organization to a private corporation has never, ever happened in the history of anything ever.
Oh, so, I don't know about that. But
no, I fully agree that it's never been cheap. Anyway, so now I've switched to sparkling hard seltzers from Vizzy. And I do have White Claws as well.
Are we gonna do
but notice
blind taste test?
notice what it says right down there at the bottom.
Cherish Noir.
No. Right over here. Malt beverage.
Okay.
These are not vodka based like I'm used to. And guess what? These taste better.
Better?
Yeah. And bagged milk. Yeah.
Bagged milk.
Gotta love bagged milk. I bought my mom 4 liters of bagged milk the other day.
4 liters? That's like a whole grocery bag.
No, separate bags. Separate
Oh,
1 liter bags.
Good Lord. Matt's drinking Zimas.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. White Claw tastes like battery acid. How do you know? How do you know, Art? Don't drink battery acid. These taste great.
I think it says it right on the batteries most of the time. Do not drink content.
Yeah, or it says lemon.
One or the other. Can't be sure. So yes.
All right. Okay.
I do remember
let's
when
talk about
Nicole and I were up there, and when we got engaged right before we drove to the G6, and we are like, oh, we should stop and grab some champagne, and then we were like, oh, you have to go to this store. We're like, that's great. Some states in the U.S. here are like that as well.
When I was in Pennsylvania, you can't buy hard liquor at the same place that you can buy beer.
You go to a beer barn, and then you go to the liquor store. You get wine and liquor over there. We went to one when we were in Pennsylvania, and they carded us. They saw we were from Missouri, and the guy just looked at us and goes, "Why are you here?"
Yeah. Rebecca once asked, "Do you have any Pennsylvania wine?" And he's like, "I mean, we do."
You don't want that.
You don't want that.
Pennsylvania, Pennsyltucky.
Thanks a lot, Thomas. I'm not going to say that one out loud. Do you watch The Boys?
I've seen a few episodes, and I couldn't get fully into it.
Oh, great show.
It's definitely a common one that is talked about at work, though. Buck Dandy builds stuff. Come to the South, you can buy anything you want. Yeah.
What a boring ass name.
I know. That puts up a video now. He wants to have like a clean,
Yeah.
Do you remember what?
Makes a video.
So he doesn't say. Do you remember what his original name was?
No.
Gray Matter Fab. Boom.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There you go.
Oh, that's going back a while.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about radio control.
Oh, right. Well, yes.
Let's talk about the radio control hobby.
The
I have yet to receive my Traxxas Freedom.
Which, well, I guess that means you'll have to open it next week. You can't open it until next week then.
Yeah, but I'm a smart guy. I mean, no one, I think I am.
Okay.
No one said it out loud, but I did some research, did my own research.
Okay.
Went on the internet. I looked at the weight of certain Vanquish products. So I'm pretty sure I did not receive an RTR.
Okay.
Or any of the full kits. So I think I may have gotten one of the special new kits, builders kits.
You very well could be. So you definitely can't. There's 3 box sizes total.
Okay. All right.
So
I think I have the smallest box.
Okay. Well, then you almost definitely have a kit, one of 3 kits.
Right. I could have a double kit.
Or you could have a double kit. Yes. Actually, I think the double kit is in the medium box.
What's the medium sized box? I won't tell you what I have.
12 by 8 by 18, something like that. Somewhere, something like that.
Interesting.
And then there's the largest box. The largest box it can be almost any of them as well, because some of the builder's kits that came with parts and a pit mat had to go in the larger one. So But it's a smaller box. It's almost definitely, or it is definitely a kit. Anyway.
Okay, so there's a strong possibility then that it's either a builder's kit, 2 builder's kits, or a builder's kit and a lot of extra lead.
Jared Starfish Elitist Phipps. Got it. Nailed it. Our gas station.
That's so lame that you changed
fried chicken and ammo at the drive-through. Mark.
There's this guy on TikTok that I watch.
Yeah.
And all he does is those lottery snapper things where you crack them.
Yep. And you look at it. Pickles, we called them growing up. I think they called them.
And then the last one he goes, and he's got like, never wins.
Yeah. They called them different things in different places, but we called them pickles where we grew. The pull tabs,
pickles.
Tabs.
Okay. All right. Gunner, my meat belongs in your starfish. Listen. No. Thank you. Hello, all. Tonight's code hashtag Matt is super smart, and that will get you 10% off jerky at satisfiedjerky.com.
Satisfiedjerky.com.
It's all going to be pens. RC 4-wheel drive pens.
Happy Wednesday, GC Coop, as well.
Thank you,
George. There we go. Thank you, Dana. On top of it,
pull tabs, eh? Oh, Dana. Thank you, Dana. What would we do without Dana?
Where I grew up in Omaha, there was a restaurant called Don and Millie's, where you could pull through the drive-through, get yourself a Frenchie, and a to-go margarita.
Tell me more about what's a Frenchie.
It is, if I'm remembering correctly, it is a grilled cheese that's like breaded in ground cornmeal or something, of a cereal of some sort, and then fried.
Cornflakes.
Maybe
cornflake batter?
Could be. And then you got your margarita, your styrofoam cup of margarita mix, and then you got the separate bottle to mix when you got home. And you get that through the drive-through. Most people.
They had drive-through slushies in South Carolina that were alcoholic. I can't remember the name of the chain of places where you could go. Where you could go. But man, they were sweet and they were loaded with alcohol.
In Missouri, where I resided for quite some time, there is no open container law. So the driver cannot partake, but passengers, cheers away.
Wow. That's Perks of Freedom is all the Lexan bodies. It's good. It's good. Sweaty Casual, thank you very much. Hey, Matt, tell that knucklehead co-presenter of yours to release the VRD Builders kits so I can own my first Vanquish. I think the Builder kits are going to be a great starting platform. Agreed. Yes. I think if you've got any wherewithal in this hobby, that's where I would spend my money. Kit. Whether it's a Vanquish one or an Axial one or whomever.
I think that it's a great point to start, especially if you have the desire to learn everything about it.
Yes.
Some people are always going to be ready to run people. A lot of the market is.
That's true.
That is good. That's fine. But totally agree. Those builder kits are a great point to start with.
Yeah, I would absolutely get that. The VRD Builders kit would be a good one too.
Gigawatt RC, member for 2 months. Thank you very much. Installing dig in my H10 while I watch the show tonight. Also have a cold beverage. Cheers all. Cheers. I have bubbly tonight and the remnants of an iced latte.
A little late for a latte, no? Decaf?
I mean, extra shot.
Rebecca tried to make frappuccinos at home today.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, the first time I tried it was just ice and coffee and oat milk. It didn't really work. And I was like, so what are you going to do? And she goes, well, I looked it up. You need to add some, it's like a thickening agent, it's some kind of xanthan gum. She's like, I got to add xanthan gum. And I was like, all right, okay, give that a shot. And I think she put too much in because it was so, like, it had such a weird smoothness to it. I was like, what?
Like it just made your whole mouth smooth?
Yeah, everything just smooth. I was like, whoa. I think you put too much in. Okay, try again.
Did she have to buy a whole bottle of xanthan gum to make these?
No, it's a powder, thankfully.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Building the funniest, I think you probably meant funnest part of the hobby.
I don't think you did.
Well, I don't know. 601.
Either way, I like the avatar the best.
Luke Olson, thank you. Trucks of Freedom was just pens and sand tires. We talked
You
about
ordered from the wrong website.
We talked about that. Who was I talking to about? I was talking to James Knight the other day. Jimmy Knight. You might know him. And we were talking about Trucks of Freedom and mystery boxes, and I was like, yeah, at least I won't get 4 front sand paddle tires this time. He goes, this time. Somebody said also earlier on in the chat here that FedEx doesn't give dimensions. They absolutely 100% do.
Yes,
you just got to go into the additional details.
Yep, it's all on there.
Mm-hmm.
And if we insert something that they disagree with, they will update it even.
Oh, really?
Huh.
Who's this Rebecca you speak of? If you were a member of this channel, if you were a channel member, a gold level ding dong, you'd know that I showed Rebecca's office.
Yeah, you did.
where she works.
Which I have to admit, pretty jealous of your spiral stairs.
Oh yeah?
Spiral stairs are I don't know. I just really like spiral stairs. You know how Nicole loves benches? I love spiral stairs.
Yeah, I have to say that when we first came to look at the house, and I wasn't so hot on it, if I'm honest. We walked through and I was like, yeah, I like the spiral staircase. Rebecca's like, I love that spiral staircase. And I was like, yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Such a space.
Then I came down here to this room. I was like, we got to buy this house.
Like this dungeon.
This
really cold, and I don't think we can fix that. But
it's probably going to get a little moist whenever it rains really hard. But we have to buy this house.
So speaking of channel member stuff, I did an extended after show of the Scale News this week.
I watched it.
And
I watched that. That was a really interesting.
Definitely.
It's interesting because, like, the news, even though, like, you're fairly unbiased, you have a bit of a bias. It's your news. Yes. You can do what you want.
It's my
news is to be reported.
My microphone. And I will say, you'll listen to every goddamn word I have to say.
Yeah, nothing you can do about it.
Wedding
Go after yourself, San Diego. The thing, what I liked about that show was that you were a bit more opinionared. It was more like I was watching an editorial of your news.
Yeah. Here's what I would have liked to have said. Yeah. Here's what I would like to say if I didn't want this to be more.
Yeah,
more unbiased. So no, that went really well. I think I'm going to continue to do that.
To Rebecca being a real person.
Oh, that's right. You guys went to dinner.
Yeah,
and so I've seen Rebecca I've had conversations with her on video.
You what?
With you after this show?
Huh? She
popped in. Said it might have been before the show. Even I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
All right.
So we haven't had proof of life in some time, but Hack Shack RC, thank you very much. Hello, all from Independence, Kansas. Hey, I know Independence, Kansas. There's a drag strip there, or half mile of it. Anyway, back from their wilds of my Michigan vacation, I survived, but H10 front diff and Yokohama graphics not so much. Now doing a custom carbon vinyl wrap. Have you seen vinyl wrap before?
Wait, slow down.
You will not believe the technology that exists in stickers these days.
Guys, I don't want to like blow your minds or anything, but this isn't paint. It's a sticker.
Thank you very much, Hack Shack. Jay Thelen 0410. Speaking of news, I went back and did a shallow dive on Shapeways financials, and they were losing money hand over fist. Chapter 7 makes total sense. Not surprised by it at all now. Oh, yeah. When I totally agree. And I did not look at any of their year-end or quarterly reports or anything like that. I only looked at, I had pulled stock values from the time that they listed on the New York Stock Exchange in 2021 until the end. And it was not like a nice grade. It was
meteoric.
Oh, so bad since 2021.
Yeah.
They actually got pulled from the New York Stock Exchange and went to the NASDAQ.
What? It's bizarre. Robotic entity built for enhanced computation and analysis. You need another C in there. That's fine. Cancel Shapeways order. I'm still waiting for that last check from them.
Oh yeah, I am positive I will never see any of that money that I have still sitting in there.
No,
that's $9. I will I can kiss goodbye.
Yeah. Someone was saying you should name it like after news update scale. But I was thinking more like you should call it
name.
Scale News After Dark. That's when you get a little blue with the language, right?
Yes. Yeah. That could work. What were some of those HBO shows we all grew up watching that we weren't supposed to watch?
Like, what, on Skinamax, you mean? Like Taxi Cab Confessionals?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Scale News Confessions.
Scale News Confessionals. On one of the local channels, they had what they called it Baby Blue because it was like soft core porn. It was like all the Shannon Tweed style movies, you know.
That doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
Did I know this?
You can Google it. She's married to what's his face?
This must have been a while ago because these photos are
CTV, right? Jeff, 55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos. Gene Simmons, thank you. That's it.
She does not ring any bells to me.
That's too bad.
Who was the chick that married the really old guy? She was in Skyscraper. That was the pinnacle of my growing up.
Skyscraper.
I'm almost positive that's what it was called.
Is that the movie with...
She married like a 90-year-old and then he died. And she's like, I really loved him.
Oh, Anna Nicole Smith.
Yes.
She was
smart.
So smart. What a train wreck, though. Wow.
Tom Havel. Thank you very much. Now that my Shapeways storefront is gone, where do you recommend moving my parts to? I don't care if it makes money. I think I earned $40 a year. Totally agree, Tom. I don't have a great option for you at this point. You imagine. Oh, yes. But then people still have to print it.
Right.
He's talking about like it was nice at Shapeways. You could just have it up there. People could just order it.
Right.
So
Xometry, did they do that?
I don't know that they did. I guarantee that an option is going to come soon. I bet you an option will be available before too long. Somebody's going to identify and launch because it's a software package that is available now. People can they can get it launched quickly. So I would wait just a little bit longer. I'm super happy that Send Cut Send did this same thing. I've got a number of things to drop on there here soon.
Yes, so do I.
Just my first Traxxas shipped Fed. The one I ordered yesterday shipped USPS, and ADA. So honestly, all of that is going to be based off of time and cost. The fastest time for the cost range that was selected. At times, certain different delivery times will change, and it will then ship out via the fastest available at the time. So it's live quoted and live updated. And the guys that are shipping, they don't get to choose. It just goes by what's going to get there fastest for the either standard or priority or express method was selected. So
if I'm not happy with what I get, can I return it?
No, you cannot.
I can't, but can normal people?
You cannot either.
Okay. Axial Fest, do you need to prepay or can you just show up and pay that day?
You can show up and pay that day because pre-registration's already closed anyway. So you have to just show up and pay. So yes, you can just show up that day, get your day pass or your pass, whatever, and just come and go home, whatnot. It's probably what I'll be doing as well.
That's for you.
Did you see this train wreck today?
No.
Tony is referring to? Tony,
no, I didn't.
Tony texted me here this evening when I was at Starbucks, and he goes, "Hey, go take a look at Team Associated's Facebook or Instagram, either one. They put the same post up on both places. And basically, it's a notice saying, we will be pursuing litigation against companies that are making what they're calling counterfeit parts, which is companies like there's a company called Fan RC, which basically makes a reproduction vintage World's RC10.
Yeah.
They've made every part aftermarket up to this point, and now they sell a whole one as well. And they're like, we're going to pursue litigation, basically. They didn't name any names specifically, but let me tell you,
I know of at least 2 places where you can get parts.
So, they made this post, put up a photo of this letter saying, this is what we're going to be doing. We are AE. And the comments did not go their way. They're like, hey, guess what? The only reason my vintage cars are running are because of these companies. You guys have gone downhill since Thunder Tiger bought you however many years ago. It's nothing but this. It's just one after another being like, hey, the only reason that we're able to run our cars is because the one guy's like, I bought your top spec car 2 years ago, and I already cannot get the top plate and the motor mount. Like, they're already discontinued. This was a top spec car 2 years ago, and now I have not it. I mean,
so these aren't vintage cars that they're worried about.
Well, I'm just saying, like, in general, the sentiment, they didn't say specifically, but most of the comments are about like, hey, then how about you make the parts for these vintage cars?
Wow. That's wild.
Let me tell you.
That's wild.
Team Associated not looking good.
That's crazy, man. Like, if you're not physically making the parts, and some enthusiast smart guy out there is like, you know what? I know how to design these parts. I will make these parts so I can please people who have these kits. Wow. That's rude.
I mean, now at the same time, I can understand.
I mean, I get it, protecting your IP
about someone making a knockoff version of everything. But also,
if you're not making it, like,
it's old product that they're not making anymore.
Yeah.
That they're not supporting in general. It's like,
yeah.
And the other thing is that if I'm not mistaken, like, the company that they're talking about is from overseas. So, like, good luck.
Good luck. I don't mean to laugh at it's Schadenfreude when you do that. I don't mean to throw some shade, but
either way, it's just like, it's a really bad look. The post the post looks bad, and like the comments and responses are just like, ooh, if you're trying to take a temperature of the room, it ain't comfortable. So yeah. Pretty interesting.
Pretty. Pretty cool. Not being packaged as new and package AE vintage parts, they're replacement parts. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So
Rat.
Shoddy RC, 2/9 of your lost shape. Thank you, Shoddy. Much appreciated.
Shoddy, I got you. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
Here, wait, you want to get litigious?
It's one of those things like technically, like people can, I've seen people make shirts for themselves, things like that. It's generally when people start advertising things with names on it for sale, then using like that.
Come at me.
Can be an issue. If Matt
Come
started
at me, bro.
selling that.
I'm not selling these.
But also, it's a lot of work to go at people. I'm like,
you can't fire me. I quit. What tires are on the Optic? These are West made. West Desert Wheeler. West made them. West Desert Wheeler cut and shut KR2s, but they're bigger. So they're a 2.2 wheel, but they're not much taller than the 1.9.
They're about 5.25 inches tall.
They're not that tall. They're shorter than your 4.75 tires.
They are not.
They're 5 inches tall.
So.
Not 5 1/4. Wes is the dog. Ding dong. What's the dog's name?
Is it Bear?
Kevin.
I don't
think it's Kevin.
Oh wait, no. Bear is Wes's dog's name. Wes
Sadie.
Brazen Scale.
Sadie. Matt, did you get the money I sent for those Vanquish stickers? Shut up, man.
This is so confusing.
Shut up. Bear is
Wesley's dog.
Yeah. Where'd it go? Bear is the wet dog's name. Wet's dog's name. We named the dog Indiana. That's a good joke.
Let's get into mail call.
Why bother? I don't have anything that I can share. Oh no, I do.
I
have a couple of things
as well.
I have some things over here that I cannot share, and other things over there that I cannot share.
I got a new lightsaber.
Ben Benavides, thanks very much for becoming a gold level ding dong. I'm going to start doing videos for just specific members. Like, hey, Ben, this video is for you.
Just cover all the names. Have you seen that? Like the ones that you can just search like YouTube video, happy birthday, Nicole. And they'll be like, it's like, happy birthday, Nicole. Remember, they just made all of the.
They did all the names. They covered them all.
Like, wow, that's you did it.
Samsonite. Man, I was way off.
They just go to one of those places that sells the license plates and they go, all right, this one.
Bort. We're all out of Bort license plates. Thomas Bialzik, thank you very much. Literally asking for a friend. SCX-10-3 with portals. What is a good replacement trans to get the motor low? Josh has a suggestion. It's he has if your friend has a printer, or you have a printer for your friend, print out the SCX-10-3 to VFD transmission conversion skid That's what I would do.
It will
change your life.
That car.
Change your life.
Yeah. Let me tell you, it will absolutely transform an SCX3.
Yeah. Mail call? Matt can open his trucks for. Oh.
I got more silicon bronze in an 035. So I had been running low, and the company that I had been buying it from, I cannot find this size from anymore. So I found it now from a different company, and it's quite nice for TIG welding. You wouldn't know because I turned down my.
Well, you're gonna have another one to give me soon, I'm sure.
You know what? I like this new cheap one so much.
Well, maybe you'll just buy me one.
I have a thought that if you're interested in doing it, I'm gonna tell you about it.
All right, I'm interested. Oh, they have that skid is available on Shapeways. Hey, we have to really quickly. Congratulations to Caledon Crawler. Kenny and his wife had a baby.
On purpose?
Well, I assume. I don't know. I don't know that you get down that road that far without. I don't even know how.
Is it theirs?
Oh my gosh! Are they going to keep it?
Congratulations, Kenny.
Congrats, Kenny. Really much love and appreciation, and
hope everybody's happy and healthy.
Kenny Jr. is doing well.
Exactly. Not on purpose, lol.
I'm not sure if you know how it works, Kenny, but I think technically that is on purpose.
Like, listen, if you didn't, I have an Anna Nicole Smith video I can recommend you if you're not sure how that happens.
Just like Trucks of Freedom, there are no refunds.
Yeah. Anyway. Next, I have a box here that is only things to make people slightly upset.
It's a website, only things.
First, I have some light blue Riots.
Yeah, all right. Great. I don't know what everyone's fascination with the Riot is. I don't even think it's all that great of a wheel.
Oh, it's so good. Then I have some purple Riots.
Okay, now that I like. I'm into that.
And then I have the Flat Earth Riots.
Why do people call that toenail? That looks nothing like a toenail.
This is not toenail.
What's toenail?
It's like an old man's toenail. Like that. It's like that color. You know that color? Like old people just get a color to their toenails.
Is that a color you offer?
No, we did one sample of it.
Toenail.
And it was supposed to be called champagne.
Oh, would you like some champagne?
Champagne. Anyway, and the
Why is Nicole a member of your special member group?
So she can see comments and she can read they see how people respond and how she's a valuable member of the team.
Well, obviously. And she orders fire ice cream.
Yes, she does. She absolutely knows where the DoorDash button is hidden. So anyway, we sampled the color and it was not good. So we decided never going to do it. And we showed them. People were like, we like it. So I'm, hey, guess what? You're getting the only ones we ever did. That's underlined. Matt and I trade like.
That's true.
We actually, Matt and I just give Google a couple bucks a month each.
Yeah, why are we doing this?
So we can be a member of each other's channel members.
so stupid.
Throwing
money away.
Yes. Hold on. Going up. Oh, you did miss one, Matt. Wait, no.
Did I?
Maybe it was before that. That was Thomas.
Thomas, I got that one. Ben,
Did you talk about this, Ben Osborne? Yours or mine?
No, was that on yours or mine?
It was on mine. My apologies. I'm big into vintage RC10s and RC and 10Ts.
10Ts.
8 of mine have a few reproduction parts. That's Associated's fault.
Oops, sorry.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I am not a vintage RC. I don't know vintage RC stuff.
I'm not going to say where I got them from, but I have a whole box full of RC10 replacement parts too, because I want to make sure I can drive that car.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it!
This is the one I accidentally clicked on without looking. It says, "Do you think Element will finally come out with new dash?" You know, no. Associated is also Element, who is also now owned by this, or has been owned by this other company, but a lot has changed over there. I wouldn't expect anything that also their designers left. Like the people who designed all of the Element things don't work there anymore. Like they're going to have to contract out anything like that they want, or have it done by the factory that owns them, which never turns out good. It's a recipe for bad things. So, yeah. Anyway,
this next one's for you.
Huzzah! 3. Okay. So with your 3D help videos, also scanning, I got a side job now. Hey, also, Matt, I had to talk to an FBI agent to get my car unlocked. Thank you. And show them money.
Why did he on the last live stream, he like his credit card got locked because he was buying
super chats.
Yeah. It's really weird.
But first of all, congratulations on, tell you what, 3D design, and you learn some scan things like that. Like you can make great side money. You can make a great actual career out of it as well. Like
a lot of people say that about YouTube as well.
Those people are liars. This is a money suck. This is a terrible idea.
It's a terrible time suck too.
But it's a lot of fun.
Oh,
but seriously, congrats. And hopefully
that's amazing.
That will only grow if you choose to do that. Choose to want it to grow.
And Thomas, thank you. Yep, going to prison for $2.
Okay, I have more in this box that will not make people as mad. But I decided I haven't tried out the new Pro Line Trapidors.
Oh, I haven't tried those either. Are they any good?
I don't.
How do they look in the bag? Are they? Is it a performance?
Oh, Nicole would hate it.
Oh yeah,
I don't smells like that smell at all.
Dead skunk.
Does not bother me in the slightest.
All right. What did I get? I got something this week. I bought some Vanquish stuff before Trucks of Freedom came out because Josh doesn't let me know things anymore.
Yeah, Matt kept texting, "You gonna do a release of Trucks of Freedom?" I was like, "Ooh, I did that like 30 minutes ago. They're sold out now."
I was like, "Neat," and I had already made an order yesterday. But thanks, appreciate you. No, I got a front axle for the Porsche.
Hey, you did get it back together.
Yay! It's a truck again.
Well, should really go do something more with that car. It's so fun. It's so good.
I'm gonna take it with me when I go visit Richard. I think because he's never seen this.
Yeah, that's
abomination. I think I'm gonna take this, and then I'm gonna take. Well, this is the only thing that works. No, I'll take both of these too. The Jimmy and
yeah, good call.
BF toy. Yeah.
Yeah. The worst is mounting a tire than eating anything with your finger.
That's true. Holy shit. It permeates into your hands for days.
It does. I agree.
So
I just have to.
Dark Chief. People like to crap all over Traxxas, but the fact that I can still get new parts from my 20-year-old original short wheelbase and narrow arms Emax and Villain EX means something to me. That's a very good point, Mike. Traxxas supports their products because they haven't changed in 20 years.
There is something to say for, for what that does to a consumer's, like your investment is protected. You are going to be able to use, to have a top of the line kit, have parts that you cannot get in less than 2 years.
That's an absolute FU. That's 100%. It's like, we don't care about that car anymore. Neither should you.
2 years. That's so short.
Can you imagine if you bought an Axial SCX-10-2? I don't know. What was the last one they did?
Good question.
I bet you it was the Riri Deadbolt. That's probably the last one.
Oh, you're right. The blue and puke color.
Blue and barf.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you bought that? Did that come out last summer?
I think maybe.
I think it might have. If it wasn't last summer, it was. It was last summer, or maybe the fall.
Something like
2022. But anyway, imagine buying that, and then now we don't make any of those parts.
I mean, I know what you mean. Which maybe they don't, but
they do. You could still buy. I bet you could buy every single replacement part for an SCX-10-2 right now from Axial.
That would be a really good experience. I would like to see somebody try and fact.
That could be our next challenge. Let's take out vintage trucks, break things, and then have to repair them with original parts.
We have to get a stock vintage car and then put a 4S brushless system in it.
I've ruined the ring and pinions again.
Ben Osborne, thank you very much. Name of the $200 TIG you were using. Worth it? It is a Yes Welder 205P Pro.
Yes, I'm going to tell you.
Good name all around. But there's no big reason for me to not just leave it hooked up as the one that I use at this point.
No, but there is, because you got to send it to me.
I think that I can work that out, because if it had the exact same torch as my other one, I don't know that I'd be able to tell the difference.
Right.
So it just works really well. I'm super happy with it. I'm actually pretty much set with I've finished the cage for the next one. I just have to do the laser cut parts onto it, which I'm going to work on tonight. So
cool. Matt, what's coming to PLBTF? I'm building. Well, this is going to come because it's a Vanquish truck, so it gets to sit on the Vanquish booth, but it's got leaf springs on it, so it's going to annoy Josh endlessly. That's coming for sure. So I have to finish that, and then I don't know what else.
The Jimmy's, because we have a We RC Rock event.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Jimmy's is coming then too.
You can always ship that to me.
I ship my Jimmy. Did Richard get the lawnmower out of the pond? I don't know. I didn't check
that. I was sitting at my desk on Monday, and I went, Brandon, go look at Noob's. Pardon my new Turks and Jerky. Go look at his Instagram story right now.
I guarantee you that was one of his summer helpers. Guaranteed.
It was just and you look at it at first, and it's just a nice photo of a shaded. There's a tree and a nice lawn, and then a pond with a lawn, behind it. And you don't really see anything except that if you look framed in the bottom corner of the area in the pond, there is a grasshopper mower, just up to the roll bar. Just it was just so well, and it had Monday Vibes animated sticker on it. It was so good. The framing, everything about it. Such a win.
His comedy is unmatched.
Unappreciated. And,
unappreciated too. Yeah.
Oh,
someone banging around up there.
Great. Thank you again, sir. Josh, you are behind the times with those trepidors. You should get with the time and get some pompadours hairstyle to show off. Next year's pre-order, Trucks of Fortune. No pre-order. No.
Trucks of Freedom, ding dong.
Yes. That's what. Freedom.
RC Underdog, thank you. Man, the way these things are going at these RC companies, pretty soon we'll be just down to Tamiya. Well, they have a new president. And
yes, they do.
He's younger than we are.
Yep.
So
he is the
strong likelihood
grandson-in-law of Mr. Tamiya that was running the joint.
Strong likelihood we're going to see some really cool new stuff.
He had a mission statement that he had posted, that he had stated. And he wanted to increase like accessibility or something. None of the buzzwords that I was looking for of improving the products. None of the words that he said was implying that. I was like,
in our next, there was a line in the middle that said, in our next 6x6, we're going to reduce the number of gears from 40 to 28.
Yeah.
In our next line of dancing riders.
So
we're going to try steering in a traditional way.
You've got that one from Verpine, right?
I'm about to. Thank you very much, Verpine. Honestly, how many of your large RC collections are just shelf queens? Not many. I think everything's been driven. No, the Fordyce budget build has not been driven.
I haven't. I mean, I have cars here that
I haven't driven some in a while.
That Tamiya I haven't driven. That Tamiya next to it I haven't driven. That Tamiya over there I haven't driven.
Some of them you can't drive though, like the Escort that I did for you. You're not going to drive that.
Yeah, I assume it would fall apart.
No. It was built very well. Thank you very much.
Would it not fall apart?
No. It's not art. That's drivable.
Those wheels?
Well, I mean, right. But you could drive them. Just drive it slowly.
Yeah.
So don't drive it like you would.
Right. So that one I can't drive. That one next to it is the Show Dog Porsche, so I won't drive that. The Bug I could absolutely drive. But
yeah.
So the only ones that are in here that I haven't driven are Tamiyas.
There's a bunch that I've got that are like super vintage Show Dog stuff. I'm not driving those. Those are shelf queens, but intentionally. But like any of the trucks I build, I drive them all. I'm not particular about that.
4S and the crawler is great if you hate your portal gears. I mean, KV down will help, but it's still a lot of power. I know what you mean. Oh, I didn't finish my mail call, which I should probably do. Speaking of 4S, I got another Holmes V3 Crawlmaster Mini, and
pre-wired. Who are you?
That's how it came from the main.
Oh, the main.
And then I got another revolver for the moon buggy. Both of these will be dropped into the moon buggy.
Excellent. My gold level ding dong belongs to your starfish. Gunnar, how are you allowed to change your name so often?
You know what? You know what the other part of this is? And I saying this out loud is a bigger problem. I should just bite my tongue, but I can never do that. The problem is that we have these funny names that people put, but then they're also channel members. So at the end of my video, there's just this scrolling
You have
list
to put that.
my gold level ding dong. just
yeah. Anyway, Camtech race at PLBTF, so better bring that too. Yep. No problem.
You're gonna have to create a box and ship it beforehand, huh?
I think so. But question on those: Are we running stock Satan motors from the last time I drove this thing?
Mine is still stock.
Yeah, I'm not changing mine. So,
did my ESC shit to bed?
I feel like it did.
I feel like
you might want to check that.
Yeah, I should do that.
Check that.
There was one in here that I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Damn it. Anyway, okay.
What about your Ripper? I drive my Ripper. I drive it any chance I get, and I always put it away wet.
My Ripper gets torn down and rebuilt each year before Axial Fest, except this year.
These actually look really clean, but I guarantee you I drove it.
You probably
Ontario trails.
Yeah.
Ontario trails.
Matt's testing grounds. Ooh, there's a root. There's a root, guys.
Watch out, fellows.
Josh, you get the VIN stuff figured out for the buggy, also 4S everything. So I have created my little VIN tag, and I just have not sent them to Send Cut Send. I need to do that. I've been talking with.
Is that for the Jimmies?
Yeah, I've been talking with Send Cut Send over the last few days, though, with some emails back and forth, trying to get some stuff figured out. Seeing if there's any ability for me to get stuff for some European people. They had reached out for a couple of other things, but just some good talks with them and hoping I can get some stuff done. But yeah, I want to get that VIN stuff knocked out and done so I can get started on collecting all of that data.
Is that gear mesh loud as hell?
Yeah.
No. It's pretty quiet by my standards. I don't know why mine are always so much louder. I set 10 o'clock. I set the mesh just fine.
My gold level ding belongs in your stuff. 2 of mine let out magic smoke. They're getting upgraded. Yeah, I think I'm just probably going to throw a 1060 in mine, Gunner. I think I have a box of 1060s, so
I might toss something a little more fresh in there too. But motor, you got to run the Satan.
Satan. Hardbar explained. Shorty TRX or 4-door TRX. I'd pick the. I feel like I'd have to pick the Shorty as well.
Is this a real truck?
Just because, like, I don't know. I feel like I'd have to pick the 2-door. I totally agree.
The Ram.
Yes, it's a reference to.
Yeah, fine. I definitely choose the 2-door.
Yeah, it looks a lot better once they put the vinyl on there to make that B pillar look less funny. So anyway, yeah. I'm excited to get the Polar Pro. Yeah, Holmes had some half price pricing on Polar Pro motors today. So
dang,
definitely.
That's what I'm running in Jimmy, I think, isn't it? Yeah, I got a Polar Pro. No. Stubby.
You have it out. You have it. Yeah. Polar Pros are in runners. 4-pole in runner motors.
Okay. What Jeff 55 burgers 55 what Camtech 3-wheelers did you guys get? The one with or without suspension? Been really tempted to buy one. Hang on, I'll go get it.
With a small amount of suspension.
And by some, it's like almost none. It's got a spring on it, but I wouldn't call it suspension per se.
My shorts are of proper length as well. Yeah, look.
It's got some. Look at the damage. Look at all that pinstriping from
mine will almost
really
lay
bad
frame.
driving.
Or what'd you call?
Plopping rail.
Plopping rails. Yeah, it'll plop
Plopping
rails.
rail. Yeah.
The rear, it's got
the rear has
articulation.
Articulation, but no real suspension per se. Do that again with your finger, but slower. Anyway, yes, pinstriping galore. I love
Honestly,
these things.
They looked so much better after getting beat up.
It's true. I still have the fly though on the front. I'm really surprised that the headlights stayed on as well. Shifted into H. What country is this car from? It no longer exists. But trust me when I say.
Yours is fantastic.
So fun. So fun. Yep. Somehow I got dinged from behind, and there's very legitimate.
What color is that? Blue and red?
Blue and red.
I think that's not me.
No, I think that was Joe for that one. Are you keeping the tires as is?
Yeah, we even tried to burn them down, and they still look excellent. Like,
it's such a great. It's so very basic, and I think that's what I love about it.
We had such low expectations, and then they turned out to just be wildly good.
Yeah,
for $120 shipped with the body, electronics installed, and everything.
Yeah, so good.
It makes no sense.
Where's the googly eyes? That was before I was on my googly eye kick. No, wait. It was on that trip that I put them on your bag.
Was it?
No, that was Colorado. That was Colorado the first time. Yeah. Joe, that was me.
Oh, sorry. A rare SVT sign. Is that a T-bird?
That's a Thunderbird, yeah.
Thundercoop. What's the idea with the new Jimmy's build? Any major changes or different ideas? No major. Every one of them that I've built so far has been slightly different here or there. This time I changed a couple of very basic tubes, but the main difference is that I'm building the whole car start to finish in one video. So I've been editing as I've been going. I think I'm like through about the first 3 stages, and I think I'm already at like 40 plus minutes of a video. So it's going to be a 2-hour plus video.
Look at these nerds.
It's a Mark
all these
8?
nerds.
Really?
Mark 8 Lincoln? Didn't look like a Mark 8 at all. Bring that back up.
Everyone else says we're wrong, so I bet you we are wrong.
Usually we are.
Rare. There it is. Yeah, it's a possibility.
Guess so.
Either way, it looks pretty. Actually, you know what I'm more interested in though is are you forklift certified, sir? Because if you're not, I am a certified forklift certifier. Full stop. Check RC. Ordered the same ESC today in Revolver V3 540 500 kV for my H10. Oh, nice. This is at 1800 with the stubby that I'll be running. A little bit slower. The fastest Camtech Mayhem, unlimited battery and wheelbase. But you have to use the bodies. So if you want to make it longer, you can.
You got to keep sectioning bodies in.
The Top Gear, where they just kept, where he made the super like the limousine that had like a Zen garden inside, and everybody says it's a Lincoln. By the way, we are most certain.
All right, sorry, I apologize.
Now SVT hasn't tuned in here yet, though.
I think he did.
Did he?
I think he did.
Did he confirm that we were wrong?
Yeah, it's actually the 6000 SUX. I'd buy that for $1.
And it's a Lincoln Mark 8, but on the ground. Okay. What model Camtech are those?
Yes.
Banger? I don't know.
I think it's the
Matt and I
Banger
have
car.
different models.
We do?
No.
It's the same.
Is it? Why
It's
do
the same car, dude.
Huh.
It's exactly the same.
Was it Gunner that had the different bodies?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you can get ones that look slightly different. They're the same car underneath, but
Yeah. These are the Reliant Robin style.
yes. Agreed.
Matt calling us nerds. He's the head nerd manager, nerd in charge. It's true. You guys need to have those Camtech rigs on Monthly Mayhem. It's so funny because I am a subscriber to Camtech's YouTube channel, or not YouTube channel. Sorry, Instagram page, and they've got 9 posts. Lifetime.
I was like, I've seen their stuff. I'm surprised they have social media.
They just put out a new car, and it's called the F2. And I was like, oh, like Formula 2? And then I looked at it and I was like, I guess in a way.
Really?
Yeah, it's very funny looking.
Interesting. Pull it up.
All right. Thomas Bialzik, thank you very much. When I knock shit over with the forklift at work, I yell, parkour! Parkour.
I'm pulling up Camtech right now.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yes.
Camtech Model Sport.
Model camtech.co.uk. So, and
Josh, is there a battery in that thing?
Nope.
Yeah. F2 stock car. And then look at some of the pictures.
So, is this one on top here?
No. The first one in the grid of left. And then pull up the picture down towards the bottom of the green car.
Okay. Green. Oh my God. I mean, this level
I'm not sure what's going on with this thing, really.
I mean,
it's got a lot more screws in it.
Yeah, I mean, the design time has gone up tenfold. Ricky?
I mean,
God damn it, Ricky.
I don't know Origin Factory, but apparently that guy thinks it did.
Oh, this is so...
I don't get it.
That's just not good. Let's see what... I mean, that mini car...
That looks good.
That is so good. Look at that thing. 69 pounds.
Yeah.
You're going to have to add your own electronics and your wheels and tires, obviously, but...
And body.
Oh, it doesn't not... Yeah, you're probably right. 175 car plus electrics. Still a good...
Okay.
I mean, where is...
oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
This stupid thing?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. It's only $8, though.
Yeah. The limousine, Lincoln Town Car, SVT will be... SVT's back in. Where are our bangers?
Yeah, there we go.
We're getting down into the good. Look at Land Rover Defender. Oh God.
What? Ooh, yes.
You know,
sign me up.
I really thought you couldn't make that body look worse.
Listen, mate, they're going to do what they can, all right?
Man,
it'd be nicer. I'm going to get you a 20-pound gift card.
They make a Honcho ABS body for 13 pounds.
Oh, wow. If you want to never break it ever again, because these banger cars have taken So many hits, not a single scratch
Search
on
for
them.
banger, but I just feel like with all that fingering talk, we're gonna be in trouble.
Entry level ding dong here. No, you're gold level. If you're on the list, you are already there.
Do they not have our 3-wheel bangers anymore?
No. They gotta still have them. Hang on. Do I need to find it now?
I guess so, because
3-wheelers. There's a whole page for 3-wheelers.
Okay. That
we have the Regal van. That's what we have, not the Robin.
Yes, that's that guy. $7 for a replacement body.
Oh man, you're never gonna buy. You'll never ever need one ever.
Yeah, so good for the money.
Yeah, they really are great because they're so simple and so bulletproof. Good times.
What did I miss while we were talking about fingers and DR custom wire? How's the charge cables working out for you, Josh? So I've got them in my my mini charge box now. I do not have that in here, but very nice. It is nice to have the extended cables, especially. So the
what are you talking
he makes for your chargers, like rather than plugging just directly in, you can plug it in, then you have like a nice lead, balanced leads, things like that as well.
Like 3 meter lengths and stuff.
I mean, I got the longer version, so I can just charge it in my bedroom while I leave it in here
under your pillow.
Yeah, it's like I didn't get to see.
Well, if you're brazing it on your mattress, then you might as well charge your batteries on your mattress too.
So, yeah, that's. Hey, Jeremiah, thank you very much. My Asian optic links came in a few days ago. I'll be putting them on the Rock Pirates RC build Air 44 axles with the 3-gear transmission. H10 links on a Rock Pirates build with air. That's an odd link set to select for that. I don't know about that. I don't know if that will work properly. That's the geometry is different on those platforms and axles that you're discussing. So that's why it gives me pause. But I guess you'll find out before too long.
Charging at 18 amps.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore.
He's learned.
It's passe.
He's got his math. He's learned his math now.
I learned my math better. Well, I know we talked about mail call. I didn't get anything else this week other than that Vanquish front axle. That's it.
Yep.
Nothing.
I got my electronics.
It was a busy week for me. Busy week. Remember that series from last year that I worked on about horse racing? Did I tell you about that? It's like Drive to Survive, but it's for horses.
Okay.
Yeah. We're doing that season 2 right now. It's actually gone really well. I'm really, really happy with it.
Is that a big time constraint on you at the moment?
It was. They shot like 60 hours of footage for my episode, and it had to be 20 minutes. So
how many hours?
60
for a 20-minute episode.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty reasonable ratio, if I'm honest.
That's ridiculous. Hazard, I'm sorry I missed that. I still believe and want Mayhem to be based on key trucks. Who can make a crawler, a racer, or either a boat or airplane? All 3 required, or 4. See,
it's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea, and I love those stupid little trucks. They have so many different variations too. See, that's the thing. Matt is opposed to those vehicles. We've discussed it so many times. It's like, no, I won't buy it.
Yeah, I bought one once, and I was like, "Why did I waste $69 on this? Why am I throwing my money away?" Oh, let's check on the. That's a good one, Fokker Fabs. Let's check on the foams and tires on the stance. I moved it so the back ones were resting on the ground.
That looks pretty decent.
The front ones should be fairly round.
Yeah, not bad. They look a little off.
Pretty good.
You went up an octave, so you obviously know your issues.
Speaking of amphibious builds, you and I have talked about
many times
that Cross RC 8x8 that they have.
Yeah,
that is amphibious, and it has like you can on a channel you can turn on the
jet pump in the back.
Oh yeah, it's a jet pump.
Or is it a propeller? Either way.
Either way. And I'm like, I watched that whole Tomley series on that $5,000 hunk of shit that he built, the 10x10. And I was just like, if that's the experience for that, and it was more money, I'm not keen on the experience of this. But there's something about me. I've never owned a Cross ever.
I've owned many.
And I feel like, is this the one? Is the $2,000 one the one that I try first?
Start with.
Yeah.
So Cross is interesting. It's an interesting company in general. I feel like it's run by someone who's got to be an enthusiast, or it's run by a number of people that have to be enthusiasts, because they do things in a way that like I get where they're coming from. Like some of those trucks are like kind of wild, and they're going after these certain areas that are obviously, like these military trucks that are popular in certain areas. Like they do such a good job with some of those bodies, and they're tooled well. Like I've owned a number of them, and they're the problem is just they have them then built and based on a platform that they just get from the same factories in China that do a lot of the other drivetrain stuff, and it's hot garbage. Some of the instruction stuff is bad, but like, man, I feel like I would like to see you do like the GC4. I think that's such a cool platform. It's the flat, it's like a snub nose cab.
Yeah, I know the one.
It's just a 4x4, not a multi-axle. And I feel like
fairly simple.
It is, and it's a cool truck in general. I think it'd be fun to see you build one of those and like do the bed and the body up in a way that is cool. And you drive with such passive aggressiveness that you probably wouldn't break anything.
I'd be their best person to review their products.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like, no, it's fine. Just
drive it. Just drive it.
Just
normally.
Yeah, fuck. Stop. Slow down. So,
but you know the one I'm talking about, right? That crazy
I know. You're talking about the Mammoth, maybe?
Amphibious.
No, the Mammoth wasn't amphibious.
Oh, it's a lot more money on AliExpress. But how do I share this window? Present.
Share screen, select tab.
Yeah.
$3,700 Canadian.
It's a lot. Do not allow that. Don't allow that.
What is that in real dollars?
Turn that music off. But look at that. Propeller driven amphibious vehicle.
That's $2,700 US.
It's a lot of money. But it's $18.99 on the site, apparently.
Oh, okay.
So that's,
wow, it's that much of a difference?
Yeah. But look at that. You could it's a boat now. You can just boat around China.
So I'm just saying, if you wanted one of those, you have the proper outlet to be like, hey, I am your person.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Plus, they have, let me tell you, their US market stuff is such a S show right now.
Yeah.
That they need the positive bump.
Right.
They have decided to change up US distribution from their previous arrangement to something new now, and they're like, hey, this is where things are going to get cleared up, but like just be patient, which is never good.
No.
Like
it would suck if a $2,000 RC wasn't as amphibious as one would expect. Yes. Yes.
You know what I found to sometimes not be as amphibious as you expect is a boat. So
yeah, have I told my boat story yet?
No, you have not.
Okay, so last weekend I went to was it last weekend? 2 weekends ago, I went to a friend of ours invited us up to their cottage. I was like, oh, okay. Is it on water? And they're like, yeah, it's on a river. And I was like, all right, I'm going to bring some boats. So I brought the Spartan SR, also Shippy, and the Impulse. And I was like, let's start small.
Yeah.
Second RC. Yeah, you know what, Jared? You're not wrong.
Mr. Phillips never lies.
He's true. I thought it was Ferps.
Yeah, Phineas.
Furrips. Philpips. Okay.
Jimothy.
And and I said, let's start small. And my friend Mark, not familiar with RC at all. So I was like, let's start small. Let's start with the jet boat that I made. So if we sink that, not a big deal. And we ripped that around a little bit. Super fun. The dog didn't like it at all. And
Your
barked
dog?
constantly. Yes. I was like, okay, dog, stop. And then after a little while, we took out the SR because I was like, I remember Josh telling me the Impulse is a bit of a handful. So let's start with the SR.
Because it's a self-riding, thus SR.
Yes. So we ripped that around a little bit and I was having a pretty good time. And then I was like, okay, here, you drive it. I'm going to film you as like a first timer driving a boat. And he did one pass that way. And then he came back at sort of an angle to where he had come previously. So there was a bit of a wake. And he hit that wake real hard. So hard that it kind of went up into the air and then caught the tip as it started to roll over. So it did like 4 flips and
End
the
over
top
end.
cover. Yeah, end over end. And the top cover flew off. And I was like, oh no, that's not good. That will probably negate any self-righting that this boat has. Thankfully, it did land proper side down. So the boat itself was good. The cover landed upside down, but it was still there. I was like, oh, good. We should be able to get that. No problem. But it was quite a fast-moving river, as it turns out. So within about 10 seconds, it had already sailed quite far down the river. So Mark got in the kayak that we luckily had close by, ripped down there to go get it. And as he reached for it, he missed ever so slightly, and it just caught enough water that it just sunk straight to the bottom. And I was like, oh dear, that ends our SR experiment. And I reached out to my friend at Traxxas later, and I was like, hey, is it normal for that cover to just fly off? And he's like, well, no, it probably, like as long as you tighten down those things, it stays on. I go, it's probably a step. I did it, but I probably didn't do it enough. Like I gave them all a turn, but probably not enough of a turn. So, and he goes, and also you may have had a pre-production boat, but all the production models of that boat have a big styrofoam piece. So if that cover does come off, it doesn't sink. I was like, Mine didn't have the styrofoam.
Which would have just made it go down the river faster, but
oh yeah, true. Good news, I have ordered that cover, and I should have that shortly, so I'll be doing that again. But needless to say, that incident really kind of soured Mark on driving the Impulse at all, so that boat did not get driven.
After my very
boats are hard
RC boating experience, I was humbled to being like, okay, RC boats it's another segment all of its own. Like, you got to be prepared to a certain level. You need to bring some other type of boat that you can get in possibly with you, which is not, you don't have to bring another plane with you when you go RC.
You don't need to bring another crawler to recover your crawler.
Like, it's like, okay. I mean, I almost had to bring a ladder to get my crawler out of a tree once, but luckily I could get it from the top side. Yeah. Rob Austin, thank you very much. Hey Josh, I'm installing rear steering on my Carbon. I have an F10 portal that I installed, the underdrive ring and pinion. I have a BHA behind the axle servo mount. I have the OEM links. What else do I need? Thanks. Drive shafts will work fine. Shocks will work fine. Links will all be the upper links. The rear upper links may or may not need some modifying, or you have to bolt it up and see what it does to the camber, because it might just push things in a way that is still fine. So that might actually put you in a good spot. And then as long as you have the actual steering links as well, that would be pretty much it. So it sounds like you have just about everything that you need. Make sure that you have a radio that will do the rear steer, and that's about all, which I believe you do. So, yeah. Stout and
Bust out 1,000. Also, boats suck. My Lucascraft, Aquacraft Lucas Oil Cat is next to my Exoterra, so I think that's a shelf queen. This is a good tip that I would have really enjoyed having 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that is a good tip, and I have seen that when we've been.
Somebody
boating.
has that tow that boat,
tugboat.
The tugboat, yeah.
It's just kind of.
I use an RC tugboat for retrieving my boats. Oh, good for you, Ben.
Thanks a lot, Skipper. We appreciate that.
Boats are a big hole in the water you throw into. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of boats. The M-Jet Sprint is a sick boat, though. Agreed. And I have so much fun with that little thing in areas where I can get to it. Because if you know anything about jet boats, and I know a little, there is no steering when there is no throttle.
It's like a jet ski.
So
you ever rode jet skis?
Yeah. Tugboats don't help when they're at the bottom of the river. Like a snowmobile. Yes, exactly. No steering when there is no throttle. Cork chicken in. Zombie does do 3D printing.
They do 3D printing, yes. But what the discussion is that they have, like, you can set up a storefront and then people can come and buy your designs without having to upload it on their own.
Dude, he's not going to hear this for like half an hour.
Probably like an hour, actually.
Yeah. The best boats are sticky. Matt needed the Pro Boat dredge to get that boat cover back.
Bring back fingering.
You need a tug marine. Get to the acorn talk already.
Acorn talk.
Don't you remember that video where I was out?
Oh my god, when you were out crawling.
I was out crawling, that lady was talking about acorns. ruining my day.
Yeah. So, well, tomorrow is Thursday. Luckily, what you're gonna put out? Then that's why you can put out what's on the bench with that stuff.
Yeah.
Son of a biscuit.
Part of that tomorrow is I've finally got the Night Customs animated interior done in the optic, and you're in there.
It's animated.
Yeah. 100%.
Can you show it working real quick?
Nope.
Just show
Not
it
right now.
Show it working.
I can't right now.
Make it do things, Matt.
All right, hang on a second here. Bad notch parts of it. Just give me a second. Everything takes longer now. Don't keep that over there. Why is this getting big all of a sudden?
I was trying to get full screen. Full width.
You know what? Let's just go back to this. This is fine. Don't get me in trouble with people. Oh, wait. Something's doing things.
Oh, what is it? Why are you waiting?
I just have to wait a second.
What are you waiting for?
It's all fine. It's very fine.
Yeah, check your Gmail.
Fire up YouTube first. So what I've done is I've set up all of these, like the steering in my head and your head on mixes for steering and throttle. And so can you see me there? Wait, this is probably better this way. There we go.
Yes.
Oh, I think I got an email.
The safety glasses are my favorite part.
Yeah, I thought you would like that. And then you're on throttle. So when we're not moving, you're looking at me. And then when we move, you look towards where we're going.
And do you move with the steering, you said, right?
Yeah, I'm on steering.
I like it.
And so is the steering wheel, obviously.
That makes sense.
There you go.
Good work.
Thank you. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. It took a lot of time painting your beard properly, but I realized it's much darker in real life.
Did it, except for where it's turning gray in spots.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I only got a haircut today, though, so that's better.
Wow, what an adult haircut you got.
Always. Same one I get every single time.
Different. But yeah, I'm pretty happy that this optic is all done. And based on the weight and size of the package that I'm getting in Trucks of Freedom, I'm not getting another optic, so that's good.
Yeah, good.
Good question. Yeah,
Josh
tried to catch me on that. But where is it? I used this. I don't know what this was from.
But we think that it's PET.
But it's PET. It's not Lexan. So suck it.
How much is a haircut in California? It's about $55.
How much? $55?
$55.
$55. 55 haircuts?
Yes.
I got to do some math.
That's
with
with tip.
Yeah. Of course. USB to CN. $55. That's about what I pay. So Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And I get a much better haircut.
If I get a beard trim, it is more. So,
because you're not going to like super cuts or anything, right?
No, I go to a barber.
Yeah.
He
or she?
He.
Ah, it's too bad.
Listen, I marry all of my hairdressers. So. And I've got one of those, so I have to. I told him, don't fall in love with me. They just.
I haven't paid to cut my hair since 1993. Right.
I get my cousin's uncle to cut mine for $9.95. He also has a YouTube channel called The Craftsman.
The Craftsman. Y'all gonna wanna wear you some gloves. It's one of my favorite things ever. Love that guy.
So yeah. No,
all right, enough haircut talk. It's not haircut Gilder's build. I mean, you do, Chris, kind of have a bit of a labradoodle thing going on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Some sort of doodle like that.
Golden doodle, maybe.
Golden doodle.
My barber, thank you, Jeff, bought a brand new Porsche. Makes me question my career choices. That dude is obviously selling drugs because there's no way. Scale barber skilled. Why didn't I think of that? That's way better.
Yeah. That actually would make a good sticker. You do a vertical one with the stripes.
Oh, all right. Yes.
Barber's Guild. I like it.
Hey, you see Rich Trujillo is trying to get people to make him buy that Civic. He's like, they keep lowering the price.
I don't think he needs it.
I don't think he needs it either, but I just want him to buy it and then regret it.
I think he just needs to keep up with his his vintage, unreliable JDMs, and just stay on that path. So, so yeah, there you go. That is my expensive haircut talk.
Yeah.
I'll quit my job and work for you. You show me a pay stub right now that says you paid $50. I quit my job. I work for you. We live in the same building. Wife and the ugly kids, and I love that movie. One of my all-time favorite movies. So good joke. So good. God, I love that movie. Yeah. Damn it. Let's try it. Haircut talk better than Formula talk, which I fully agree because I don't even want to talk about my week in Formula.
I don't know how I'm maintaining, if I'm honest.
Tyler Hancock, thank you very much. Finish the checklist for an event this weekend. Call it good or do other stuff that you hadn't planned on.
Do other stuff 100%.
Always. If you quit now, it's Wednesday.
No. Yeah, you've got lots of time.
So much time. I'd start another car, see if you can get it ready in time.
Maybe you'll like that one better.
Yeah, who knows? Like, so like, Josh, how's that Willie's bike? I can't even. But Nicole is actually not as opposed to my idea for it as I thought she would have been because she saw it.
Are you gonna power wheels that? RC power wheels?
Not RC. I'm going to go-kart it.
Oh, thank you. That's what I told you. You're like, I don't want to do that.
As I said, that was the idea the whole time.
No, it wasn't.
In the video I showed it the first time, I talked about exactly that.
Well,
Ding dong.
you showed it to me before that, and
maybe
I was like, you should make a go-kart out of that. You're like,
I think it was like yes. Either way, I probably wasn't listening to what you were saying, which I think is understandable.
yeah.
You sit. Okay, just let's talk about this. In general, so I don't actually watch Grind Hard that often. So I don't actually remember who Will is, but just the everybody leaving all the big channels, starting another channel.
Yeah, that big time, Joby and Jeremiah, that has taken off like wildfire.
I watched it a few days ago, and there was 1.5 million subscribers already.
Yeah, their first video got like, I think it's at 3 million now.
So
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they set themselves up for success. They got a shout out on the donut video that they were leaving. I'm sure that was all a negotiated thing.
100%.
There's a lot of discussion about like there's that podcast, Big Three podcast, and they addressed like some of the stuff going on, but didn't address at all the fact that no one has heard or seen anything from James in a while from Donut.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he made a tweet a week or so ago that just said like, we'll talk soon.
Yeah.
And then
so he's gone.
Immediately deleted it though. Like it was up for minutes and then it got deleted.
Yeah.
But
he's leaving.
Right.
There's no way he's staying.
They made a video being like, we're addressing it. And then they didn't address that thing.
No.
It's like, everyone's just like, you can't do that and not talk about this.
Buck Dandy, thank you. Took off because of the clever name, I'm sure. Big Time?
Do you see that their Instagram name is? Big Time, Big Time, Big Time or something like that?
Because they couldn't get Big Time. Yeah. Yeah. I hope they make a good go of it, and I hope it's successful.
I'm leaving this channel. I'm going to start my own. Had enough of the fat cats and their high horses and
all these sponsorships. Still waiting for the new Harley Resigns channel.
Vice Grip Garage is a must watch. I like it at times. I can't watch it all that much though, because it's just like it's constant, like just kind of like half-assed, like just get it, and it's just like I get it for the purpose, but it's just not like the type of content I generally like to watch. Like I would say the exact opposite of Vice Grip Garage would be MCD, Michael Clark Designs, Michael something or whatever it is. MCD is, why can I remember the name of it? He's doing like the Range Rover pre-runner with the Lamborghini V10, and the metal work is just fantastic. I mean, it's beautiful work done to the nines, which is like the exact opposite of Vice Grip Garage. So Vice Grip Garage I find to be entertaining at times. Morgan Clark, thank you so much, Andy C. That's a bit of the difference for me. But not saying that, I mean, I think that Vice Grip Garage probably is a much more popular channel because it's relatable. Like, hey, let's get this piece of shit running and see if we can drive it. Tom Havel, next time the two of you race karts, the wager should be Matt building and driving a robot or Josh building and driving Leafs. Oh,
I won't agree to that. I won't agree to that. Even if it means Josh driving a Leaf Spring truck. Because I know the lines. I know when to lift. I know when to brake. North of the Border.
Do you know that one?
Mm-mm.
I've never heard of that one.
Check it
out. Let's see. Just Josh leaving SNU. I've seriously considered it, but I'm not. Mark Morgan Clark is such an inspiration for real. It's just such. I mean, the quality of the work, man, is so good. RJ Fab is another one that's super good. Also, really good. I like that Morgan Clark leans into like telling you about the fab work a little bit more, which is like, it's the comedy from Derek for me. Yeah, I know what you mean. It is. I mean, it's kind of clever, but it's yeah. Tom Beja, thank you very much. It rook me a while to watch Roadkill because I don't like the half-ass stuff. I like Roadkill, but that's as far as I can get. I know and you know what? That's a really great parallel because I actually really liked Roadkill, where I didn't like the Vice Grip Garage stuff as much. And that it is similar in those ways, but I don't know why I liked Roadkill so much more, especially in the early days of Roadkill.
What's that terrible show on Netflix with Gotham Garage? Rust to Riches. I seriously, I want to punch all of those people right in the face. I hate those fake shows so much where it's like, oh, we got a line on this car. And we're going for a real big payday.
Here's the question for you, Mr. Commercials. Is it a lack of acting skills that makes people then have that same like weird cadence and like this real fakey look?
It's also reading a script.
Okay, because like every one of them has the same like feel and cadence and production. It's just like, I don't get it.
What we're really hoping for today is that we can get all this fabricating done because the show in Palm Springs is later this afternoon. We got to get it done.
Yeah, we're going to lose the shop. So
we got to pay these guys. And I told them if we didn't get a big paycheck on this piece of shit that we just made, we're all living in our cars.
So what made you choose a Willys Bodies for just getting a X Pro and upgrading it?
I don't know what an X Pro is.
I don't know what an X Pro is. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, you should talk about this too before we get into F1 talk and end this show.
Yeah. Thank you, Nicole. Yesterday I did an Instagram live with Universe Welder Instagram page. It's a large Instagram page, and she's a TIG welder. She reached out to me and wanted to do just a quick Instagram live video. Obviously she's not super familiar with our world here, but we just kind of talked in general. It's a 20-minute video, real quick talk. But I've actually chatted with her in the past because she does some TIG welding videos that are like super macro, like right up close.
Yeah.
And it's wild to see like how the camera work and the lens. And like I messaged like just back, or I commented on one of them like, by chance, how are you filming that?
Yeah, how are you filming that?
She's like, here's what I do, and just posted it up. Like, no,
amazing.
I was just like, really, but yeah, Universe Welder on Instagram.
I watched a few minutes of it.
Yeah. So it was that was fun yesterday.
Yeah, you were your usual self.
Exactly.
Awkward AF.
Yeah. Oh, not the side. No. This chick, Arc Welding Angel. She's one of those. She's pretty good.
Oh, all right. I'm not checking. I'm not looking that up.
So what's the filming gear to get those shots?
Yeah, what was she doing?
She gave me the lens details, and she's filming it on like a DSLR with a decent lens.
And then putting a welding glass filter in front of it.
Yep, just right in front. So
sick.
Yeah, and I think that her camera settings are the rest of it, and that's obviously where she's really got things nailed down. Which
because there's no grain, right? Like it's not getting gritty or anything. It's really clean. It's good.
So It's so wild to see it up close.
What's in Matt's Trucks of Fortune? Don't know. I didn't get it. Didn't show up in time. Tomorrow. But I think it's a kit. And hopefully some other cool stuff.
Oh, there's more often than that. I could believe that.
I believe it.
TIG, things like that. It's just so fine, like steady hands. So
I bet you I'd be really good at it.
I think you would be too. That painting discipline. That's I'm gonna make them send you one.
Matt got light blue riots. I'm not really into those. Is it time for Mercedes talk? I mean, Formula. Yeah, it's time. Thank you too. Let's thank some people first.
Thank you to Buck Dandy Build Stuff, Jared Starfish Elitist Phipps, GC Coop 2, Gigawatt RC, Hack Shack RC, Jay Thelen, Tom Havel, Shoddy RC, CCX RC, Ben Osborne, my wife, Nicole, Huzzah 3. My gold level ding dong belongs.
My wife
belongs in your starfish. Hard spleen. DR Custom Wiring. Thank you. I believe he's on Facebook under Dustin R or something. Jeremiah Salberg, Rob, Austin, Tyler Hancock, Tom Bajak. Thank you all very, very much.
Thank you to Thomas Bialzik. My gold level ding dong belongs in your starfish. Sweaty Casual, Luke Olson, Ben Benavides for becoming a new member. Thomas Bialzik, RC Underdog, Verpine, my gold level ding dong, Jeff 55 Burgers, 55 Thomas Bialzik, Jeff 55 Burgers, Buck Dandy Build Stuff, and Thomas Bialzik. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Matt, my fantasy F1 points were the same as if I didn't fill out my lineup this week. I got the default level of points.
What's the default level?
650 points.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
That's terrible, dude.
My star driver for the weekend got me 24 points.
Who was your star driver?
Gasly.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
I also
That's
had
amazing.
Checo and Leclerc. And
did they retire the car? For Leclerc? I can't remember what happened to him.
No, but he got lapped.
Right. Put him out on the hards.
Yeah, just leave him out there on inners while the track's dry.
Strategy was really huge this weekend, and with the changing conditions, Red Bull absolutely nailed it with the only car they have, and that contract waiver is definitely coming into play.
They got to be.
He's gone.
Flipping through pages on that.
Friggin' gone. Yeah. Let's get to that one where
here's
you
the clause.
suck.
Here's the clause. Yeah. GTFO. Danny Rick moves up. Liam Lawson gets in. Yuki stays invisible. You know who my team was this weekend? Alpine.
I was kind of pissed because I put together a pretty decent team, but I didn't really get as many points as I thought I was going to get. But I managed to keep my 12th position again.
I think Nicole is in 10th. I think she jumped you.
What? Impossible. Oh, God, she did.
She did jump you.
And she gained $5 million.
I know. I lost another 6 million.
Oh, because she had Norris. Okay. All right. That's fine. She had
Norris and Piastri.
And Nico as her double points.
Yeah.
Funny story.
And Logan Sargent, who did better than he's ever done.
Sargent.
Shut up.
Lorgan Sargent. He did really good this week. What's interesting, though, is that my new team this coming week, and I just wanted to say it real quick, get in there, Puis, because that was a very emotional win for him. You got to admit, last time with Mercedes, wins at Silverstone. It's like, it's nice. Makes him the most winningest driver at that track ever.
Yeah.
Again.
Most he's got the record for most wins at any or at a single track from anybody. So he was tied at 8 with somebody else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Funny story about Nico Hulkenberg. Josh doesn't have feelings, but I agree. Yeah, I got emotional. I really did. That was really awesome for him. And that's like a great little signature sign off to going to the worst.
He goes to his little red wagon.
Yeah. What a cute little wagon.
In this red Haas.
So I have Nico for next week because 2 6th places in a row. Pretty spectacular for him. But you know what's funny? You cannot get double points on Nico anymore.
Oh, he's above that point value?
Too good.
Wow. He jumped up above like whatever that threshold is, 10 million or 15 million or something like that.
Yeah. He's at 18.5 million. He went up 2 million.
Yep.
So guess who my double point scoring person is now?
Window licker.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Just crazy.
Yep.
What a crazy race, though. Like, it was so many ups and downs, and just seeing Verstappen not really be able to get it together. And even though he had great strategy, like, he knocked that strategy out of the park.
Strategy was excellent. Just, everything like that went his way, which was, I mean, solid. And he was charging at the end on the hards.
Yep. If Lando hadn't been allowed to make choices again, I think they would have done better than they did.
Stepped up and made choices, whatever the version of things.
No, he made choices. They were just the wrong ones.
Yeah.
Choosing softs was the wrong choice.
Oh, yeah.
Also, McLaren.
Yeah.
McLaren should have double stacked. I don't know why they didn't do that. So bad.
Yeah. That was unfortunate for Oscar. I feel bad for him. And
Me
for
too.
the fact that well, no, I did not have him. That's Nicole's league. Never mind. That's why it looked so good. I was like, that actually should work out. No. I can't make any changes to mine. My lineup is still locked.
So who you got?
Leclerc, Perez, Gasly, Tsunoda, K-Mag, and Alpine.
Holy shit, dude.
And my value is at 95 million. Ben passed me in the rankings.
Yeah, I saw that.
I dropped 13 places.
So for next week, I got Lando back again. I got Puis for one more, Nico, Stroll, Albon, and my team is Haas, which I think is strong.
Dump Perez, take the fine.
Yeah, get rid of him. He might not even be driving next week. But then you might actually have Danny Rick. And in that car, it might be good.
Yeah.
It's 2 weeks from now, right? They've got a lot of thinking to do.
They won't fire him. They didn't.
They will.
He didn't make enough mistakes last weekend for them to fire him.
You don't think? Putting it in the gravel in Q1
and then not
doing well in the whole race?
They chose to make him not do well by using him as a test.
Right, yeah.
That was...
You're collecting data.
That's all he is. That's all he is. So,
but they can't let that go on for very much longer because they need to win the constructors, and they won't if they keep doing what they're doing.
Right. So I totally agree. But yeah.
All right. That's it. I think we should wrap it up.
We should. I have to decide if I'm going to do a video on that thing you didn't show.
This thing right over here.
Mm-hmm.
The box is nice.
The box is very nice. nice box.
It's going to live in that box. Yeah. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. And tune in tomorrow. It'll be an earlier episode because of things. I got to put it out when the thing is allowing us to put it out.
Ah, that's right.
10 a.m. Central Eastern time.
That was 11. They're releasing at 10 and it's 11 allowed or something.
No, it's 7 a.m. Central, but we can put it
whatever.
At 10.
Good night, everybody.
Love you. Bye.